I gotta get some sleep. I was up editing another video again. It takes forever, guys. It's freaking ridiculous. But I'm doing it because I love it. I like all you guys, the Woodhound community, all the rest of the people who view the videos. Everybody's positive, everybody's friendly. I want to say thanks to YouTube and thanks to all the creators who put out videos about firewood and splitting and cutting and chainsaw use and log splitters and all that stuff. Thanks a lot, guys, for being such a great community. YouTube's taught me a lot, so I put out videos to show people what's going on and teach them stuff, because that's how I got to where I was. What's going on, YouTube? It's cold out here. I'm just trying to get everything prepped so I can get right into it and start building up some body heat. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's probably not much above freezing. What I gotta do today is I got a whole bunch of logs that I pulled out from my crates as I've been selling the wood, and I'm trying to add to my smoker wood collection. And I'm always trying to keep on top of it because it takes longer to process the smoker wood. And I have a bunch here of apple, sugar maple, and cherry. My oak is overstocked right now, actually, but I just pulled out some apple, cherry, and maple logs so that I can cut them into smoker wood. It's soon going to be time to start adding some regular bar oil to the veggie oil. About a month's time, I guess, because the veggie oil just gels up in the cold when it's below zero. Well, most of the leaves fell from the trees up here. There's a black locust, and then the rest are box elder, or what we call Manitoba maple. But there was a lot of leaves here yesterday on the trees, and a whole bunch has come down today. You don't see much here, but all in here I raked yesterday too. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot. Big difference. But I'm just raking all the leaves and moving them over to the low spots in the driveway where it gets mucky. So it's still a little bit mucky. I gotta add more. So it's a work in progress. I figure I have to add about maybe another 50 wheelbarrows of sawdust so I can get it nice and level over there. This load's probably gonna top up my sugar maple really nice. I got maybe half a crate over there. And at the shop, I only have maybe 6 or 7 bags. So I do have to make about 5 bags. So maybe I'll do that with the second batch. I'll just start bagging it up. I have to buy a maul axe. You guys saw before I busted my maul axe while I was splitting in the beast. And some of the wood got stuck on it. Instead of just using the chain to take it off, I was bashing on it with the maul axe and it broke. So I had that one for years. It's actually a pretty good maul axe. It's a Garant. So I'm gonna buy one probably tomorrow. I should have that wheelbarrow closer if I want to get them in. Some are falling right in the wheelbarrow anyway, so. See how dry this is, the bark's just coming right off. Some people with the smoker wood, they swear by the bark. Old timers, they say. Some people want barkless. Some of these, they're a little too small to split in two, so I'll just throw them in. Hey, man.
How you doing, Anthony?
All right.
Are you still at the yard over there?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a guy that wants to drop off a trailer, a big black dump trailer, belongs to this young guy, Dad's.
Okay.
That rents over there where the jet ski is.
Yeah.
He just called me now. He says I messed up on the date. The guy wants to return my trailer now. But so are you going to be there for about another hour?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, because then that guy will come and put the trailer in the yard then.
Okay.
So I'll phone Dad and tell him if the gate's closed, but you can open the gate. It's not locked.
Okay.
Okay, Anthony. Yeah, the guy will be there shortly. All right, thanks.
Okay, man. Cool. No problem.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Yeah. So when you got to split wood, you got to split it from the right side. This one's got a little bit of a knot in the bottom end. I just flipped it around. Still a little tough at top, but now it's done. It's all technique, it's not power. I mean, this is small stuff, but this principle still applies. Yeah, the new landlord's pretty cool. Not having any problems with him. But check this. So I went to the restaurant where I go get lunch at the jerk chicken place. And I saw the guy who's in the old Woodyard. And I told him when he moved in, I said, you know what? You might not have any real like personality problems with the guy, but in terms of how he deals with business and certain things, you're not gonna like him. So I saw him today and he's only been there what? So today is almost the end of October. He's been in there since July. So July, August, September, and October, 4 months now. And the guy's already looking to move. The guy said he had to put a battery box on one of his pieces of equipment. And then the landlord was like, oh, I'll do it for you. But then I don't think he agreed with him. Didn't make it sound like he agreed with the guy that he was going to do it. But then the guy called in his own guy to do it. And then apparently he got mad. And then he started on some retaliation kind of vibe. Well, look at that, my phone's in the dust here. Yeah, he felt like he didn't like that. So what he went and did was say, oh, that thing where you drain the oil from the truck, he had like a half a IBC tote. And he filled some oil in there, and then the guy was complaining about it. I don't know exactly the details beyond how he was storing it over there, but it's not like the landlord has never had any containers of oil lying around there himself, right? So he's doing a lot of things that he shouldn't do in there. Like for one thing is having the other tenants and subletting, right? But it just seems like I've seen that vibe from him too. If you're not coming through in a certain way for him, he starts trying to get back at you with bringing all these stipulations and stuff like that, right? And requests and all this stuff. So he said he asked the guy about, I think it was the oil, and he asked him twice, and he said, no, it's got to go, and then he got his wife to send him an email about it. Because how that guy is, oh, I'm doing everything the legal way, so that if we go to court, I'm going to screw you over, and they can't touch me. That's what kind of mentality he has. I mean, some call that all business, and you got to be cutthroat in the business world, but you got to work with people too, you know? All right, next up we got the apple. Sometimes I just fill the apple and the cherry just so I can get rid of the wood and, you know, not put it aside. Sometimes I have a lot of smoker wood, and that's why I'll throw some apple and cherry in the crates just to kind of fill the crate so that I have a lot of dry wood this time of year. And then I figure I can just go to the crates and pull out the apple or the cherry if I need to, and I could just make smoker wood just like I'm doing now. Right there. Saw still seems sharp though. I cut through it pretty easy. Actually, since we're on the topic of smoker wood here, I got a customer who's coming by for, how much is it, a half a cord or a half a face cord, I think. Yeah, just a half a face cord of smoker wood. And I got to pick through the crates that are here and leave out the locust, the birch, the elm, the ash, stuff like that. Oh, this is really tough. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna have to put some power into this apple. It's really tightened up. That's better. Actually, now would be a good time to check the moisture content on this wood. It's pretty dry though, that's for sure. Apple's pretty heavy too. Okay, new memory card, new battery in. I'll finish up this cherry, and then I'll go dump what I have in the wheelbarrows, and then I'll get another load of maple, and then probably 2 wheelbarrows back there. I'm all done that stuff. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just bag up this cherry? Alright, there's lights out, so now I'm running on the Tahoe. And my small inverter can only power 1 light, but it's bright enough. Just looking at all these leaves around, it's just bugging me, so I'm gonna do a cleanup after this, I guess. And I'll check the time. I think it's 9:30 at the latest. I'm wondering if I'm pissing off any neighbors. Let me split this one down. No, I'll just take the bark off. I wonder if I'm pissing off any neighbors, because in the summer somebody came over and complained. Apparently it was the guy next door, but then I think he went and told the landlord that it wasn't him who was complaining or whatever, but he said his name, so I know who it is. But what he told the landlord was it's some lady who came over from one of the houses over there, and she said her kids couldn't sleep, but that was in the summer, so the windows were probably open, you know. I'll bring this bag over there and I'll top it up from the crate in Smoker City. Alright, I just emptied out the ash from the burn barrel. I just threw it over the fence behind here. It'll help the plants grow. Looks like the rain put it out. The next afternoon after I had it going, we had a bunch of rain. So now I'm just filling it up with all this bark. And I'm not saving the kindling. I got so many kindling bags. So hopefully I sell most of it, if not all. I gotta remember to ask my customers if they want kindling. That's my problem. What I'll do if it's gonna rain again, it's not gonna rain till Sunday night. It's Thursday now. But I'll just tip the burn barrel on its side so whatever's in there doesn't get wet. And with all this dry stuff here, I have a nice base for starting the fire next time. I didn't finish the story about what's going on over there at the old Woodyard. He's having a lot of problems with the old landlord. There's a power pole there. The landlord is going on like it's his own. Somebody who was in there before, he left that line in there. He got that line put in there and he left it there when he moved. the fencing guy who moved in to the old hoarder's place, which was beside the Woodyard, he was upset at the landlord too, because he said that the landlord was telling him he can't put any more grading down inside the yard because all the water leaks into his yard, right? And it's not his place to do that. So we kind of, you know, brushed him off or whatever, right? The new tenant where I was before, he said that he was talking to the owner of the property and they're actually getting rid of a bunch of people. So he said he might need somebody to rent space with him. And if that's the case, then I might go back to the same street that the Woodyard was on. And I told the guy the only thing I need is, well, actually, you know what? Is he gonna have the power? That's the problem. So I gotta figure out what's going on with the power, because that's the only power pole feeding all those lots. And you know, if it's a ways down, then it's gonna cost a lot of money to put some wire in to run power off of that, right? So that's gonna be a problem. I told him that if he gets a yard, I want one that's away from the street, because I want to burn the barrel, right? And you know, I'll have a whole bunch of crates up in front on the inside anyway, so they can't see from the street, even though I'm away from the street, right? So I'll talk to him and see what happens and which yard is available, because what he said was there's a big lot there, and then the guy's sectioning off one corner of it, and then the other lot is going to be like an L. And that's how I was in the other place. I was in the back of the L, so I was up against the train tracks, right? So hopefully things work out there and maybe I can move back, and it'll be a good time of year in about December to move, because you know, most of my wood's going to be sold. The problem I have is I have all this stacked wood back here, and that'll be a tough move. That's probably about 4 cords there right now, 4 full cords. And I just started restocking some crates back there. Anyways, let's get more wood.
Invincible.
Okay, that's done. I do have a little beach over there, about maybe 6 or 7 logs that I gotta split up, but I'll leave that for later. It is getting late. It's almost 11 o'clock, I think. Let me check. It is 11 o'clock, 5 after. So I'm just gonna clean up all this mess. I gotta get some sleep. I was up editing another video again. It takes forever, guys. It's freaking ridiculous. But I'm doing it because I love it. I like all you guys, the Woodhound community, all the rest of the people who view the videos and make the comments. Everybody's positive, everybody's friendly. You know, if I put out a shorts video, yeah, it might get around to a lot of other people that aren't familiar with me, and you know, the odd person says something, right? Very rarely. It's not even worth mentioning how little people have negative comments. It's almost non-existent. But the last negative comment I got was, I have my homemade wood splitter, and this guy said, your machine doesn't impress me at all. So I said to him, this machine is not built to impress people. It's built to split wood. And he never answered back. I want to say thanks to YouTube and thanks to all the creators who put out videos about firewood and splitting and cutting and chainsaw use and log splitters and all that stuff. Thanks a lot, guys, for being such a great community. YouTube's taught me a lot, so I put out videos to show people what's going on and teach them stuff, because that's how I got to where I was. I learned all this tree ID, all these things from looking not only on YouTube, but a lot of YouTube, right? A lot of the log splitters that are available and the type of ways that they work and everything, I learned that from YouTube. All right, so now I can clean up all this sawdust and all these leaves, and then I'm gonna call it quits, because I want to do a little bit of editing on my Niagara video, and I'm about a month, maybe a month and a half behind editing, and I've been filming like almost every single day. I've been going away on the weekends and going to visit scenic places, so that's going to be coming up as well, if not released already. But I went to a place called Scenic Caves, and it's a place where the Niagara Escarpment broke off the top of the cliff, and then the split between where it broke off, it didn't fall over, but it's all a bunch of caves within. And the natives found it very resourceful, and some of the places inside, it's so cold in there still because it doesn't get the sunlight, so they actually use one part for like a refrigerator. And then there's another deep crevice where the snow wouldn't melt until it's like late July, right? Even the ice, it'll just stay there till midsummer. Okay guys, all done, nice and clean. Cleaned up as much as I could without digging out all the corners and stuff. There's a little bit behind there. There's a little bit in the walkway beside the container, but that's pretty clean. It's good to get it done now, then I don't have to do it tomorrow. So tomorrow's Friday, and I was hoping that I could get some time to come in here, do a little bit more splitting, a little bit more cleanup maybe, and organizing, and bring the work truck in and take away the smoker wood bags. I got some firewood that I'm keeping for myself over at the shop. But also I have to decommission the boat for the season, so to take out the batteries, and I have to put the second tarp on it, and what else? I'm not sure what else there is to do. I get non-ethanol regular gas, so I don't really have to winterize it, and I never have a problem. You know, people say to, you know, fog all your cylinders and everything like that, right? But I've never had a problem come springtime. The motor just fires up. Oh yeah, I gotta take the bimini top off and put it in the container, and then that's it for the boat for the year. I'd like to get it out again, but I have to go and buy a starter switch. The switch that I have there is aftermarket, and the guy was telling me at the boat shop that I should get the OEM one because it won't fail like the other one did. What happens is you turn the key, you get accessories, the lights come on, but then you crank, and then the whole thing just spins. It doesn't make any contact in there, right? And this is the second time it's happened with the switch. I gotta sell this load here. I'm figuring this is probably about 6 cords. I just sold the 40-yard bin full of boiler wood, so the bin's empty right now, but I gotta do my firewood challenge video, or I load this all in one shot, and I'm gonna try and do it in about 3 hours 15 minutes. So anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff. Yeah, like I said, I got a couple pieces of beech, a few more there, that's elm, and I got this one other piece of beech here. Okay, like I said, I also have these beech logs that I'm going to cut into smoker wood. I got another piece there, and good thing that I cleaned up, because tomorrow I got to pick up a half truckload of birch, so it's nice that I have it cleaned up in here. Tomorrow I got to pick up a half a truckload of birch, so that's probably going to be about almost a full cord.